Hi guys, my name's Chloe and today I'm going to be making a video on how to take your blood pressure at home. This can be helpful. Taking your blood pressure is a way to monitor your vital signs, so this can be helpful in your day-to-day life if you're monitoring high blood pressure or low blood pressure. In my case, I have high blood pressure, so I'm going to be showing you the steps that I use to check that. I have a Balance blood pressure monitor that I'm going to be using today. To take your blood pressure, I would recommend wearing something that either has thin sleeves or is a t-shirt, so when it's on your arm it can get like an accurate representation of what your blood pressure is. If you're wearing a shirt that is too thick, sometimes you will not get an accurate measurement of your blood pressure because it's harder for the cuff to squeeze your arm. When you take your blood pressure, you want to make sure you're sitting down in a chair where your feet touch the ground. You don't want to be sitting necessarily up with your feet not touching the ground. You need to make sure that your feet are not crossed. They need to just be flat on the ground. I think that's it before you need to start. So there's a blood pressure cuff that you unwrap, and there's a line on it. It's red, sometimes it's at the top, sometimes it's at the bottom. The hose has to be facing down when you're taking your blood pressure. If it's facing up on your arm, you won't get as accurate of a measurement. So you line up the line on your artery, which is like middle of your arm, and then make sure the hose is facing down, and then you just tighten the cuff around your arm so it's comfortable. You don't want it to be too tight because sometimes that will give you an error message, but you don't want it to be so loose that you can't do it comfortably. So with the monitor I have, you press the button twice, the start button, and then it will automatically start taking your blood pressure. I'm gonna let this sit and take my blood pressure. It only takes a minute or two. I would say the higher your blood pressure is, the longer it's going to take to do. When you are doing it, you want to make sure that your arm is flat and you're not making a fist while you're doing it, because that can mess up the number you're going to get. Just lay your hand flat. So my number that I got was 135/89. So the top number is the systolic number, and then the bottom number is the diastolic number, and then the very bottom number is my heart rate. So 120/80 is a normal blood pressure reading, so technically I'm a little high, but that's normal for me.